Peace and love, you guys. My name is King Kepra. I'm here offering you guys a beautiful experience called the Soul Map reading. This Soul Map reading is composed of two different elements, one of which is numerology, the other of which is psychology. The numerology aspect is where I ask you your birthday, and through the utilization of your birthday, we figure out how you speak, think, and act, as well as your purpose, your life's purpose. And then with the psychology aspect, we're gonna dig deep into certain aspects of your upbringing, the environmental factors that went into the cultivation of who you are, the whole nature versus nurture thing, where with the numerology, we can begin to look at almost like your human design or your human code, and then simultaneously being able to place that code into a particular level of context, where with the understanding of what you've actually experienced in your life, we can begin to put together a greater understanding of why you are the way you are, as well as what your purpose is and why you're here on this planet at this given time. A lot of people say, well, what could numbers tell you? How powerful could numerology possibly be? But if you look around you, all you would notice are three different things: either lines, curves, or circles. Take a moment, actually try to find something in your surroundings other than a line, circle, or a curve. And some people, they say back to me, a triangle. Well, that's three lines coming together. Some people say a square, that's four lines coming together. And the phone, computer screen, TV, whatever screen it is that you're utilizing to watch this right now, I can guarantee that it's a rectangle. It's four lines coming together to create a shape, a geometric pattern, right? That we then call a phone. And that phone, therefore, can be represented by the number 4. This is because numbers through space equals geometry. And then we have regular geometry, but then we have sacred geometry, these patterns within nature that seem to show up everywhere you go, right? The Fibonacci sequence, the Metatron's cube, the dodecahedron, the icosahedron, the tetrahedron. These sacred geometric shapes, which speak to the language of which the universe is created out of, is represented by numbers. But so we could say that everything that we could possibly see could be represented by a number, but what about what we hear? Did you know that the voice that I'm speaking to you with right now is nothing but sound waves? And that depending upon the number of sound waves that reaches your ear in a given period of time, rather seconds or minutes, we would call that the BPM, the beats per minute, right? The frequency. And did you know that frequency is not just the tonality of my voice? It's not just the volume that I'm speaking with or the language that I'm utilizing. Did you know that frequency is also the language by which our cells communicate with one another? Did you know that your brain, in the state that it's in, the state of consciousness that you are experiencing right now, is determined by a frequency? Rather you're in deep sleep, rather you're dreaming, daydreaming, awake, or in complete flow state. This is all determined by frequencies. And so these are numbers that determine what you hear, the state of consciousness that you're in as you're experiencing everything, and everything that you see. This is powerful when we can begin to acknowledge the power of numbers. And we start to realize that, hey, even the internet itself was created by human beings that were studying human consciousness. And the internet is a system that operates off of binary code where I can put zeros and ones into it and create entire virtual realities. what would happen if instead of a human being plugging zeros and ones, if we made it a 10-digit system that had 0 through 9, and it was being manipulated and controlled by a supreme being, a most high source, an all-knowing, all-powerful source, right? That was producing this reality utilizing numbers. Like, well, heck, even the Bible has a book titled Numbers, right? But beyond the book entitled Numbers, do you know that the very first symbol in the Bible is a number, right? You know, they say in the beginning was the Word, but before that, there's chapter 1. There is chapter 1, verse 1. And then it's in the beginning. Because even to utilize the word, utilize the vibration, there first had to be number to move through time in order to produce that vibration. And so I want to submit to you that numbers are the fundamental, foundational principle of life. And that just like all the other spiritual gurus say, we live in a mathematic universe. There's so many brilliant mathematicians, so many brilliant people into sacred geometry and music, right? Because they're working with the mathematics of this universe. And you can too. You can book a call with me for, at this moment, and this is a limited time offer, but at this moment, you can book a call with me for only $222. And in that call, we'll go over the motives behind the words that you say, the overarching intention behind everything that you say, the motivating factor behind your words, your thoughts, and your actions, and how you can work with those motivating factors to, one, understand yourself and the reason why you do the things that you do. That's one. Number two is so that you can work with yourself to amplify your innate superpowers, which we all have, right? And then we can identify the particular life lessons that come with our particular energy. And once you can figure out through a phone call what your life lessons are, you can skate through them with so much more speed and clarity in your mission, because you will already know what life is trying to teach you. You will know the lessons that are most important for you to learn this lifetime. And therefore you can accelerate the process of your maturity, accelerate the process of your own spiritual and physical evolution, shifting generations. Because what you do to yourself definitely impacts the generations that flow through you. This is powerful stuff, and it's available for a limited time. But then we also go into talking about the purpose for which you were created, the reason that you exist on this planet at this given moment. And then we look at your childhood, we look at, the progression of your life, the environmental factors, and we figure out what is the context so that you can completely understand yourself. This should be a call where you feel more seen, more heard, more understood than you ever have in your entire life. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. Why don't you take a listen to what other people who have worked with me in the past are saying about me now? Why don't you listen to what other people are saying specifically about the soul map, and begin to see, hey, maybe there's some validity to what this man, King Kepra, is sharing with me. Maybe this is a divine moment that's not by accident, that's not by coincidence, that maybe it's a synchronicity where my prayers, something that I've been secretly, asking for in silence, maybe not even fully grasping what it was that I was looking for, but knowing within that there was something that could occur in my life, some miracle that could totally radically shift the game for me. This is that moment, and I want you not to hear it just from me, but to hear it also from the beautiful souls who I've had the pleasure and opportunity to work with and serve. And I pray that you get to be the next person that I get to connect with and serve.
Peace, Kepra. You were a bridge to just bridge this gap between me and the life that I saw myself living. Kepra gives you the tools in order to really ground yourself into love, ground yourself into who you are, so that you are able to build a beautiful foundation, and so that you can be successful when it comes to having a healthy spiritual life.
If you're looking for someone who's compassionate, a good listener, a good teacher, then I absolutely recommend Kepra.
Shout out to King Kepra. It's like he was able to help me to identify my purpose. And as a result, I started my own business because the man is awesome.
I thank Kepra so much for showing me that I was on the right path.
Thank you, King Kepra. I'm already seeing changes in my life. Anybody who is interested in seeking truth or improving their lives, you will not be disappointed.
King Kepra is truly anointed. I highly recommend him. His words have the ring of truth.
What it was like to work with Zeranoium, wonderful, thorough, and empowering, and clarifying, and enlightening.
Extremely empowering. It's helped me step further into my truth.
I am in a better state of mind.
Thank you, Kepra. I learned a lot, and it was a really caring and supportive environment.
He is a master teacher. Don't sleep on King Kepra. He is the real deal.
Now, all you got to do is click the button below, fill out the form, send in your payment, book me on my calendar, and before you know it, we'll be on the phone having the most life-changing phone call that you've ever experienced in your life. It is your choice, whether it's audio or video chat. Whether we do a Zoom call or an IG chat or FaceTime, it's up to you. But I can guarantee you, no matter what medium we utilize to have this connection will be profound and powerful and life-changing. I look forward to serving you, and until then, stay blessed, peace and love.